Hey, and hello, and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Orlea Origins. I am Will, or Halfling Wizard, the person behind the curtain. But really, I'm kind of in front of the curtain, but that's okay. We're going to go around and let everybody introduce themselves real quick before we get into all of the nitty gritty stuff. So we're going to start on my right over here. We're going to start at the top with Nick.
Hey everybody, I'm Nick. I go by Professor Hexagon. I play Varrok Wolfspear Vagari, the Goliath barbarian. Currently sitting by the wagon with his hugging his knees in a huff.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I should have a question for tonight. Oh, where is your character's state of mind right now with what's happening around you?
Oh, I think I have one rage left for the day, and I think he might be tempted to use it right now.
That's fair. It could help him or hurt him. I guess we'll have to see how that goes. All right, let's go with Lisa next.
Hi, I'm Lisa, D&D Winterwolf on TikTok and Discord. I play Willow,
Ladrin Druid.
Oh.
Currently also sitting inside the wagon, hands wrapped around her knees. Her mental state, she is gone. She has a background, a history with some traumatic events with fire, so she's in a whole hell of her own making right now. So, yay!
Okay. Christian.
Hey everybody, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Awesome.
Actually, your audio is not horrible at all.
I was so worried. Hi everybody, it's Christian. I play Mint Orcanus, the Oath of the oh man, I always forget the name. It's a really cool name. The Oath of the Draconic Bloodline Paladin, which is a cool class that Will and I are tooling around with. So it's gonna get kind of wild and crazy.
Can I say something real quick about that? Once we get it done, it will go on our Patreon. So if you like it, you'll be able to join our Patreon and play it. So
yeah. So I'll be bug testing it for you guys before y'all play it.
Yes. You gotta make sure it's not busted.
Yeah. It can't be as busted as that what was that mystic that I played last.
Oh dear God. Yeah.
What you're looking for. Let's see. Mint is going to be probably we're talking about what we're thinking right now, where we're at. Mint is very good at drawing, and he's very happy with his ability to draw because that got him inside the camp. So
that is true, actually.
Yeah.
I was amazed that it worked. I was absolutely amazed that it worked.
I always go for these I'm gonna do it.
And see what happens.
Works out.
And it works out every damn time. It's so funny. Oh my God. All right, we'll start at the bottom down here. Let's go with Kel.
Hey guys, I'm Kel, so it's Kelvin Wyvern King playing Kieran, our ASMR Bard, and he is literally going, God, can we not catch a fucking break? When it comes to where we're facing right now. So also, Nick, when you said you got one more race, so what I'm hearing is you got one more fuck to give?
That's exactly what that means.
And then also, because I'm going to go ahead and redeem this real quick, I'm going to say, because I do have 12,000 points, I am making a cannon, and Nick gave me this idea. There is now a Church of Mint.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. I will take that and I will flavor it.
Oh my God.
And you will encounter it at some point along the road.
You're welcome.
Let me make let me take my little note card here and make a note. The Church of Mint.
I'm guessing the original founding members are those lizards that were somewhere in some mountain.
Probably so. Yeah, the lizard folk. Yeah.
Your original disciples.
And now that there's a Church of Mint, now I've got to put a deity on that church. So I've got to
Oh
create a new
my
deity for this
God.
world. And paladins will be able to use it as their deity. So that'll be
This
fun.
is awesome. That made my day. Made my night.
So yay.
I was going through that last session, but I was 1,000 points short. I had to
Man,
wait till Wind Riders to get
You
it.
know me, I love a good lore build.
Hey, kudos to you for saving that up. Thanks.
So excellent. Let's go to Taryn.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Taryn. I play Belinar, your paladin. I don't know what else to say about that. He's a tavern keep, but we're so far out of any city that that's not really relevant. His mental state is he just went from being blacked out for a couple days to waking up in a fight, then a fire, and now there's a giant ass fire elemental chasing. He's very confused and concerned, and he just wants to go home.
He just wants to go home. It's like I don't even know where home is anymore. It's like
No.
I love that. Like, I just want to go home. Love it. All right, and of course, last but not least, Greg, our newest member.
Hello, I'm Greg. I play a Kenku named Zero that really the rest of the group doesn't know a whole lot about. It's become Zero's mission to follow them without them really even being aware that he is there. So we're gonna see how this goes. And he wants them to be successful because he believes that they are his path towards Idwar to recover an artifact. So at this point, he is he's just kind of along for the ride to see how things go with this group, but he has been directed by Noctalis to follow them. But he didn't say necessarily party with them, just to follow them. So that's his direction at the moment.
Yeah. I think he told you to help them.
He did.
I think it's what he told you to do is help
Noctalis
them. He said they need your help.
Right, but he never said make them aware of it.
No, absolutely not. No, he didn't say anything. He just said, hey, you need to go help these guys.
Yep, exactly. So that's what he intends to do from the shadows as long as he physically can.
However he feels he needs to do that, then that's how it goes. So okay, so that's where who we are and where we are and all that jazz. As you see from the banner at the bottom of our screen, we are supporting a charity this month of June for Pride. As you can also see from our backgrounds, the Rainbow Railroad is our charity of choice this month. They help LGBTQIA folks that are in countries that are not tolerant or have laws against, to help those people get out of that country and into safety. So we're trying to raise as much money as we can. I want to do a shout out to that one non-blonde. Oh my God, why can I not? Blondie from ADH Adventures. She gave us our first donation of $15. So I wanted to shout her out real quick. All right. So let's get into it, shall we? So when last we were here, some shit happened. You guys blew up a bandit camp, defeated some trolls, started to split the party, but then went against that idea. Varrok headed up the mountain to get in front of the fire because he knew there was a village of Goliaths in its wake. And then everyone just sort of followed behind, and eventually Kieran went and got the wagon and Varrok's horse and went up the actual path to the village. Where they get there, and the Goliaths in said village they come out, and eventually, I believe it was Kieran, right, that used Varrok's name.
Yes, I did actually say Varrok's name.
That's right. So all was going well until you mentioned Varrok's name, and then they were like, "No, absolutely not." But Mint, drawing a lovely picture on the ground, the Goliaths were like, "Oh, okay, come on in." Except for him, he can't come in. So everybody went in except for Varrok, who was still standing outside the village, trying to talk some sense into these Goliaths that are basically like, we're not. Why am I looking down? What?
Oh no, Lisa, she's still in the wagon.
Well,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody went into the thing. You were in the wagon. You went into the village.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say the only ones who actually went in the village would have been anyone in the wagon and Mint, because I stayed behind when I heard Varrok yelling, and Bellinor ran up with Varrok to the mountain. He was trying to catch his breath.
Right. Everybody went in. Then you two came back out, and so it's the three of you out there trying to get these Goliaths to leave, basically, because as you all look over the edge of the mountain there, you see the fire coming up the mountain, and in that fire is this massive, gigantic fire elemental that is just like clawing its way up the mountain, just spreading fire. We do have Willow in the wagon, sort of curled up in a ball in a corner, having some sort of existential crisis. We've got our little bird dude hanging off the side of the wagon, out of sight, which is hilarious. And Mint just sort of hanging out in the village, having a good time with the Goliath folk, while the others are outside. So we're outside. Let's start outside. We've got Varrok, who's obviously not in a really good headspace, and these three other Goliaths there, along with Kieran and Bellinor. The Goliaths are very much like, we're not leaving, we're not listening to you. You know what you did. You know why we shun you. As far as they're concerned, that's it. They're like, if you want to come in the village, come in the village, except for you, and we're going to close the gates, and that's it.
I believe they called him empty in
They did.
Goliath.
Goliath. They called him the empty, basically the empty one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
So, yeah.
so mean. I hate bullying.
Well, okay, first of all, they have good reason.
It's not unwarranted. Let's just put it that way. It's not unwarranted.
They have very good reason. So, all right, what are you guys doing? I mean, they're there, and they're really much like, if you're coming in, come in. We're shutting the doors.
Well, considering what was happening right when we ended, I don't think Kieran's going in just yet. Not Varrok staying out there. Mainly because he wants to know what the hell happened. He's kind of curious for bard reasons.
He's nosy. What a nosy bard you are.
He's curious for bard reasons. There's a difference.
For bard reasons. I love it. Okay.
So there's a giant ass fire elemental clawing towards this village, and we're just squabbling about whether or not we can get inside. Who the hell cares if we can get inside? Bellinor is gonna look at everyone standing here and just be like, "You're more worried about this than that." Is that really how? I feel like, you know what? I don't want to go in. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. You guys have fun. And he just starts walking off to the other side of the mountain.
Okay. So so there's a road to your left. There's the mountain behind the village, the other side, as you say, and then the front face, which is on this side. So if you're heading towards the back.
Yeah, he's going around the town, basically. Yeah.
Okay. You're walking like around the wall of this village. Okay. All right. So Bellinor is like, deuces, bitches, and he's like out. So what are you guys doing, Varrok and Kieran?
I'm going to grab Bellinor by collar and go like, no, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
We already had a scramble to get your ass back. You ain't going anywhere.
Let's do a strength check from both of you. Let's do this and let's see if you're able to hold on to him. And let's see if
Bellinor will probably win considering they're a paladin. Their strength is probably higher than mine.
No, probably not.
What's your strength out of
First
curiosity?
roll of the night, everybody. First roll of the night.
My strength is at a 10.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I have no strength score. That's a total of 5 from me.
19.
I was gonna say he's like 3. No,
Knowing my luck, that would have been the case.
been hilarious. Okay, yeah, you're able to like snatch him, like, and like hang on to him where his feet aren't even touching the ground.
Put me. Okay. Well, if I can't leave by myself, would you all follow me and come with me? Because I'm not staying when that thing shows up.
There's innocent people in this village. We need to make sure they escape.
Then tell them to
They're
leave too. That's
they're
not my
unprotected.
problem.
I love that's not my problem.
If you tell them to point at that giant ass thing. You say, "Look, that's coming. Leave if you have to. We're out." That's it. I mean, not that complicated.
They're in this position of being unprotected because of something I did, and it's up to me to make sure that they are taken care of.
Yeah, while still holding Bellinor by the scruff of their neck, essentially, or the collar of their shirt, I'm going to turn back to Varrok and go like, "Can you tell us what that is now, by the way?"
Varrok is gonna go over some incredibly traumatic memories and basically look at Kieran and go, long story short, I perhaps accidentally killed their protective spirit that protects this tribe.
Hearing that, I'm actually going to just drop Bellinor. Just hearing that is going like, hold on, you did what? Type reaction.
In Varrok is, you see, like his knuckles are white. He's just like, in my defense, it was in the shape of a wolf. I was trying to redeem myself for a hunt gone bad. Long story short, I killed it. And it was the spirit that was protecting this village. So when I say that their being unprotected is my responsibility, that is what I mean.
And I'm just going to rub my eyes. I'm like, okay, we are definitely going to talk because I'm going to need some more detail than that later. I'm still wondering how you accidentally kill a spirit.
And then the one of the Goliaths, the lead one, he is like, you can tell he is vocally, he is extremely agitated when Varrok talks about this. And he basically says in Goliath, he's like, it's not just us that is unprotected. You unprotected a handful of villages up and along this mountain. You know, I mean, he's like laying it on thick. It's like guilt trip from hell. I mean, he's like, it's like over a dozen villages along this mountainside were protected by that spirit, not just them. He's like, so you didn't just, doom us, but you doomed like all of these other villages to something like this. So,
and make sure I heard right. You said that was in Goliath that was being said?
It was in Goliath, yeah.
Okay, so I just know he's pissed. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, I mean, you can tell he is angry. And he's like, he is probably, I'm going to say he's close to nose with Varrok. And he's
he actually came up.
Oh, yeah. And he's just like, reading him from book cover to book cover. Just like right there.
So, granted, probably not going to be the best idea, but I'm going to try and make sure I get, as best I can get in the middle of these two.
Ooh, okay. Are you going to try to separate them? Like-
Yes.
Okay. I love it when you guys do things like this.
I know. I'm assuming a strength check again.
Yeah. Actually, hold on.
Okay.
'Cause
I don't like to hold on, but okay.
I'm gonna have you roll a couple of different things.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. I need you to first. I need you to roll a strength check. That's an absolute yes.
Will, I'm blaming you for jinxing it. It's a 3.
Okay, then I'm not even gonna roll for this guy. So all right. So now I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I'm good at those.
That's good.
22.
With disadvantage. Because you are between two Goliaths who are extremely agitated.
Fair. 13 with a disadvantage.
Okay, so 13. Okay, hold on. Let me get my die.
You got my hopes up, and I said 22
I
before you
know.
said disadvantage.
But then I was like, oh wait, you're between two Goliaths who are
I
like
know you're good.
pissed at each
Oh,
other.
again, you're good. You're completely fine.
You got to re-roll.
You got to re-roll.
Huh?
You got to
Oh,
re-roll.
sweet.
Matt Hatter, you got to
Thanks,
roll with
Hatter.
disadvantage again, but yeah. What did you get?
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, so he got a 5. So better than a 3.
Oh
But-
wait. Well, no, that was rerolling. If the 3 was my strength save, I thought was I rerolling the strength or dexterity then?
I think this was strength, I think, right? I'm assuming it's strength because I didn't hear your dexterity roll.
I said it was 13 for dexterity. With the
Oh, okay.
disadvantage.
So maybe you're re-rolling for that then. Oh, so you rolled
Hold
a
on,
3.
Hatter. What were you having me reroll then?
Yeah, because I'm not really sure.
Because if it was the
I think
dexterity,
it was probably dexterity. Now
if
that
it was
I'm thinking.
dexterity, then that would be the 5 because I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the dex. Okay, that's what we thought. I figured we clarify.
It's okay. Yeah. That's cool. So yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So as you get in between these two Goliaths that are both probably in sort of a rage mode, they're extremely
there.
very hot-headed at least. At least this one is like extremely like angry. So you try to get in and you try to wedge yourself in there, which fails, of course. This one picks you up and tosses you over his shoulder.
So, question: over his shoulder, toward the village or down the face?
Towards the village, because his back is to the village. And he is going to God, I need you to roll me a D100.
Oh, fuck.
Got a 50-50 chance here, man.
I appreciate the bravery.
70.
Okay, good. So when he tosses you over his shoulder, you don't fly as far as I was hoping you would. So he just sort of tosses you over, and you land ass first on the ground, which knocks the wind out of you.
Oh yeah.
And you take 4 points of force damage when you hit the ground.
You had to make it forced.
Sorry.
I know, you're good. You said
really.
4 points, right?
4 points, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so Varrok, you see this guy grab your companion, toss him over his shoulder.
I'm going to put hands on him.
Oh, yay.
I'm putting hands on him.
I was hoping you would. I was hoping you would. I was like, please do.
I'm not going to go for any kill shot or anything. This is just a simple trap the leg and try and throw him prone.
That's fine.
Some judo.
That's totally fine. I'm going to pull up his stats real quick so he can defend.
While you're doing that,
Out of curiosity, would the 13 have saved me there with the dex?
He rolled a nat 20. Yeah, you were. It's like I was like, no matter what you roll,
Got it.
I was like, that's why when I rolled it, I was like, yeah, sure, you can do that re-roll. It's like, sure, go right ahead. So, all right. So, what are you doing? Like, are you
So
gonna like sweep his legs? Is that what you said?
yeah, I'm gonna like grab his shoulders, trap his leg, and try and push him prone.
Okay. He's gonna roll a
Hold
dex
on.
save.
We got an interpretive dance it on Varric.
That's a thing now.
Oh, yeah,
Thing, yeah.
that became a thing as of
Yeah.
Windriders last week.
I thought that was
you-
Windriders only. Okay.
No, it's a everybody. So yeah, this is just tell us interpretively what you want to do.
Do you want me to like, stand up, or you want me to
Yeah,
talk?
you can do it from right there. You can do it from right
Okay,
there. You don't have
so-
to stand up.
Yeah. Grab, sweep the leg down.
I love it. All right, roll your attack.
Is this just an unarmed attack then?
Yeah, just an unarmed
So
attack.
plus that's 16.
Okay, and he rolled a 16 as well.
No.
Yep. So that was blocked. He was like, so he's gonna do the same thing.
Oh,
That's a 19.
It was an 18.
So he just like
God.
he literally like takes your shoulder, puts his foot behind yours, and just pushes you straight down.
What's up?
Nope, you're-
As all that is happening, Belladon's going to go over to Kieran, just offer him a hand and pick him up, give him a slap on the ass, give him 3 points of healing with healing hands, and just
Nice.
kind of shake his head as like, why the hell would you step between two giant Goliath men? Like, who in their right mind would do
Okay.
that?
So I'm going to give Bellinar, I'm going to give you inspiration for the ass slap healing. That was fantastic. I love it.
Oh yeah. And he's gonna walk over to the two Goliaths that are now wrestling, and he's just going to try to
There's
get
no
their
wrestling.
attention.
There's no wrestling. He's literally pushed Varric to the ground.
He's just gonna talk to them and just be like, "All right, I get it. You guys don't like each other. Great, dandy, well pointed out. There is still a giant ass fire creature climbing the mountain. There's no time for this. We need to move."
Are you speaking in common?
Oh yeah, he does not know Goliath or giant.
Okay, because that Goliath is looking at you like, what?
He will continue to point at the fire elemental, just like
It's like, Bear, look, do you not see?
yeah.
Can I like reach up and grab the Goliath's head on top of me and like aim it up so he can look up, like down the mountain?
Well, he's not on top of you. He just pushed you
Oh, no?
down. He's like,
Oh, okay. I
He's
thought
like
he, like-
standing above you. No, he's like
Okay.
standing above you. Like, like what you got? You got what? That all you got?
Varric is going to stand up, kind of brush himself off, and translate what Bellinor said into Goliath, pointing down the mountain.
Mm-hmm. They see it. He sees it.
Don't you think that you should leave? Get out of the way of the giant fire monster in Goliath.
And he says, I think you should leave. We accept our fate now.
Oh.
That was still said in Goliath, right? Not common.
Oh yeah, it's all Goliath. Yeah.
Okay.
Varric is going to make a break for the town.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do dueling dexterities.
Oh, that's not great. Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be better than me, I'm pretty sure. Oh, well, that's just one of them. I got to roll for the other guy too.
I have a question. Is Mint watching this unfold?
I don't know. Are you?
Well, he
'Cause
was with the
originally
leader.
you were inside doing like hanging out with the Goliath folk.
He was hanging out with the leader because the leader
Mhm.
had brought him in. So is he fighting the leader right now?
No, he's
No? Oh,
fighting
okay.
like one of the elite guard. If they
Oh,
had
okay.
an elite guard, this would be that dude.
Okay.
The leader is still inside.
I'm just
being
gonna say Mint's
entertained.
drawing pictures right now on the ground and like making stories with like Pictionary.
I love it. All right, Varric, what did you get?
17.
Okay, so you're able to dodge both of these other Goliaths that were close to the gate, and you're able to. You come right to the gate line, and you're able to go in.
I run into the town screaming in Goliath, there is a giant fire monster coming up the mountain. You all need to leave. You all need to get out. Your lives are in danger. Just that on repeat. He's just going to run around like a stripper or a streaker during the football game. A stripper during his football game. Yeah, you know those famous the famous football strippers. It's a sign above his head.
Okay,
The end is nigh.
the end is nigh. So, okay, so all of those of you that are in the village, y'all can roll perception to see if you can hear Varric screaming this. So this is Zero, this is Willow, and Mint. The British are coming.
An 18.
18? Yeah, you hear him.
But he's yelling it in Goliath, though, right? So
yeah, but you can still hear it. You can hear Varric's voice.
I rolled an 11.
An 11? You can hear him. 10 or higher.
I was going to say, I'd imagine it's a pretty low DC.
Yeah, it's a very low. Willow, what did you get?
I got a 13, but knowing what he's yelling, it didn't help me.
Yeah, same. But I would imagine that the frantic yelling would probably mirror the chaos that is evidently ensuing down the mountainside.
Yeah. If you don't know Goliath, all you hear is that's all you hear. But in Varric's voice. So as you run through the village shouting this, the chief will stop being entertained by Mint and will stand, and he'll raise his sort of club in the air. And Varric, I need you to do 4 dexterity saves for me, please.
Rip Varric.
Okay, I'm changing dice. I just rolled a 4, a 3, and a 2.
Wow. Okay,
that was bad.
I rolled a natural 1, a 2, and then a 17, and
my last one is a
12
12.
and a 3. Yeah. Okay, so the first 3 Goliaths do not grab you, but the 4th one does, and like holds you.
So I'm going to. Am I in like eyesight of the chief?
Oh yeah,
I
because he literally like grabbed you, picked you up, and walked you to him.
So yeah, you guys, all you do is you see me like being carried like this, and I'm just screaming in Goliath. There's a fire monster coming up the mountain. There's a fire monster. You all need to leave.
And then as you get to the chief takes his club and he like puts it right on your mouth.
Yeah, stop.
Like literally just like boom, doesn't hit you, just puts it right there.
I stop screaming. The eye contact.
And then he lowers and he says in Goliath, of course, he says to put you down. And the guy like sets you down, but keeps his hands on your shoulders. And the chief is like, when the Great Spirit left us, our fate was sealed. This is our fate. We cannot outrun this. It will catch us no matter what. So we sit here and we live life to the very end at its fullest. And that's when you look around, you see people are just like enjoying life. Kids are playing. As if nothing's happening.
Mint's playing with kids, like throwing a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Would it not make more sense to move and keep living and not have your people come to harm?
And he says, and he indicates the village. We are one of nature. If nature seeks to pull us back in, we do not run from that. The spirit, our great spirit, was the one that told us when it was time to rejoin nature. But now we no longer have that guidance. So we must do as nature tells us.
I think Varrok is probably going to drop out of, he's got his hands on my shoulders, he's going to drop out of his grip and kind of do something that no one has seen Varrok do. He's going to beg. He's going to plead. He's like, I put you in this position. I need to make sure that I can save you, since I took away the one thing that could.
And the chief will sit down. And I need you to roll a persuasion check. And he's not going to roll anything against you. It's going to be your thing.
18.
Okay. So so the chief sits there for a few moments, and then he looks at you and he says, you are the one who put us here. And he's not saying that to you to be a dick. He's just literally like, he's being like, this is why we're here, because you put us here. So for us to go against nature herself, Mother Gaia, you must put right what you put wrong.
See, he's going to just look really confused. He's like, how would I even make that right?
That is for you to find out and figure out.
But for you, it will be too late.
No. If you swear oath to do this to me and this village and these people here now, we will leave this village on your oath that you will restore that which you disturbed.
Varrok waits for a beat. He puts his head down and kind of kneels. Then he says, I swear.
And then he will indicate to one of his people, and and then they will go, and they will bring a stone that is, it looks like it has a carving on it, and they will throw it into the fire. And then he offers his hand to you.
I give him my hand.
Okay. And they take the two of your hands, and they sit them side by side, kind of like this, but palms up. They bring the stone back. They bring it out of the fire, and they lay it in your hands to where it's on half of your hand and half of the chief's hand, and it burns an oath seal into your hands. And
he does his best to not wince, but he's just kind of like,
okay. And then they take the stone away, and then the imprint is of their spirit. And he says, "With this, you are now oath tied to us as a people. You must restore that which you disturbed." And with that, he stands and he speaks out in Goliath, saying, "Take only what you need and begin the evacuation of the village to the east." And you see people just start gathering people up, and just sort of thing. And you see people just sort of like getting ready to head out. Okay, so all of those that could witness this, like Mint, where's he? What is he thinking when he sees this happening?
So he was like playing rock throw or whatever kid Goliaths play.
Rocks.
Just throwing a rock.
Boulder
with
throw.
kids. Boulder throw. And so as everyone starts to like leave and stuff, he's like, "Well, Mint must be the winner if everyone's leaving the playing field." And he's like kind of walks over and looks, I guess, as it's going on. And I guess he would think that I would imagine in his experience with dragons, he's seen similar things, not identical to this, but like marks forged in fire before. So he would kind of understand that something meaningful is happening. And he would also understand not to interrupt it. So he's probably just watching.
Okay. Okay. What about let's see, Zero, you're there sort of on the other side of the wagon, trying to remain hidden.
So at this point, Zero is watching all of this unfold, and like he's watching these people that he really doesn't know just kind of fumble around, not really getting anywhere. And he's just kind of face palming, like, "Oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do here?" And so the first thing he's going to do is he's going to be looking up the mountainscape here. What does up the slope of this mountain look like? Is it snow capped?
Okay, so where you're located is you're still kind of in a forested area. As you look further up, you can see that as you get higher, it gets rockier, and eventually you will see snow caps on the high mountains. Now you're not on a high mountain. You're on sort of like a lower peak. But there is, yes, way up above, there is snow on the mountaintops.
So he starts wondering to himself, "I wonder if I go and try and find a way to start a little bit of an avalanche, whether that would, kind of provide a buffer." Is there anything that would stick out to Zero as a place that he might be able to perhaps meet that objective, or at least make the attempt?
Roll investigation and let's see what you see, or perception. I'll let you decide.
Let's go perception. I'm not that smart. 24.
Okay, so
natural 20.
Love it. So you can see, knowing mountain topography, you can see just beyond where the village is, up on sort of like almost like a plateau. There is an awful lot of vegetation there, like lush and green, which he probably knows that there's a water source there.
Okay. Would I perceive that this is the same water source that's flowing into the village?
It's possible. It could be.
Okay. And how far from where I am would this be? Would it take me an hour to get there?
No, it would not take you an hour to get there. It's not even a mile up the mountain. You're like right at where the village is right at the base of the plateau.
Right. And I can see that really nothing is happening. These people are not moving. They're not going anywhere.
Well, if you're at the beginning, no. If you were still there after the pact was made, then you see them gathering things up to leave. But if this is happening prior to that, then yeah, no, they're not moving. So if you wanted to do this while that,
I feel like Zero would have moved.
Okay, yeah,
he would have. So first thing is he would have. I mean, he's inside, so he's got to run out.
Okay, are you trying to remain hidden?
Trying to
roll stealth.
Okay. Okay, 18.
Oh, okay. Let me roll because you're gonna have to run past the guards.
Right.
Oh shit! Yeah, you got past them with no problem. They're both a 1 and a 3. They're so focused on what's happening, they're not even paying attention to you. So you
what about party
by.
members that are in the car? Would they have seen
At
it?
that point, oh, that's a good question. Kieran and Bellinor, did y'all chase Varrok in when he went in? So Bellinor's still outside. What about Kieran?
I probably would have started chasing after him, but then seeing that Bellinor wasn't moving, I'm going like, God damn it! Because again, I'm not trying to make it where we have to go over Timbuktu for him again.
Okay, so then you two roll your perceptions to see if you spot Zero. Poor Willow is like in the wagon. It's like, I don't know what's happening. Oh God, I don't want to go out there.
Dirty 20 for me.
Okay, so you
I
definitely. What was it? I'm sorry. What was it?
I don't. I rolled a 13, so I don't.
Okay, so Karen doesn't, but Bellinor does. Bellinor sees
He beats my 24? Dang.
feathery little butt out. Oh, you rolled a nat 20?
I did.
Oh, then no, he didn't see you. Sorry.
Wait.
Oh, sweet. Still
Yeah, no.
I thought your stealth was the 18 on the game log.
Hold on. Was it?
Yeah. I thought
Oh,
it was
no,
18.
you're right. I rolled. Sorry, you're right. I rolled. That was a perception check. Sorry, it is 18.
Okay, so 18. So yeah, so Bellinor did. He saw your feathery little butt pass by him, or try not to be seen.
You're the
What is? I want you
one.
to describe to me what does it look like when Zero is running stealthily? What does it look like?
He's super low to the ground, and you can just he's trying to use his feathered arms to hold his cape lower to the ground, but it kind of looks like he's doing a childish Batman. He's just got his
I love
arms
that. I love everything
outstretched.
about it. I love everything about that. Okay. Okay. Cool. So Bellinor, you do see it's
Just like a flash.
yeah, just okay. What do you do?
Shit? What? He's not even clocking that. He doesn't know what the hell that was. He just saw a black flash.
Yeah.
Just
zip right on by you. Naruto run. That's exactly.
he doesn't know what it is. He's not
Okay.
chasing after it. He ain't too worried about it. He's
Okay,
getting
fair
the hell out of
enough.
the way from this giant fire monster.
Okay. Speaking of that, it is making its way up the mountain. All right, so Zero, yeah, you're able to zip past without being terribly noticed.
So the moment that he makes it out the gate, he banks right in. I think it's right up the mountainside,
to the right and up the mountain,
into that clearing, toward the clearing.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to make it up that pretty easily because there's obviously a worn path that you can see where the Goliaths have been going up and down. So you can literally just sort of zigzag your way up there.
Okay.
So I'll let you do that. Let's go. I want to go Willow. Willow, you're in the wagon and you're hearing all kinds of commotion. What
It's
are you
the
doing?
end of the world. It is the end of the world.
So
she has completely changed appearance. She's out of her winter mode. Now she's in summer, which is red hair, golden aura.
Mm-hmm.
Just complete chaotic emotions.
Okay.
She ain't moving. She's just like,
Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop.
Fair enough. Okay.
it's the end of the world as we know it.
Yep. Indeed. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go to 0, and we're going to get 0 to the top of the plateau. So 0, you make it to the top of the plateau. You make it to the top, and when you pop sort of up and you hit that flat aspect, what you see before you is a massive lake. Massive. I mean, it's huge. Almost covers the entire plateau. And you can see where there is a waterfall that falls into the lake from a higher mountain. And then you look to your right, you can see the sort of tributaries running off of it to various places.
Okay.
This is Zero's music from now on.
Okay.
I've decided.
I was like,
it just matches his energy. So I'm just like,
Ray Party.
Don't worry, I'm gonna have music for everybody. I'm working on getting music for everybody.
Oh god, that's a scary thought.
Okay. So
okay.
What do you do?
So the first thing is he's gonna want to just quickly purvey what's there. So just taking a quick survey of the lake itself. Any runoffs or anything that would be very apparent?
Yeah, you can.
There's a couple
passive?
things.
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 14.
Oh yeah, you can see like it's obviously they've done no like damming of it. They've done nothing. Everything's natural. So they just because you know the Goliaths are very nature based. So you can see where the lake has like overflowed its banks and has flown like down the mountainside. You can see where there's sort of like grooves where it's sort of eroded the mountain a bit.
Okay.
So that kind of looks like natural runoff.
So at this point, the only other thing I was going to ask is, so there's a couple things that are, he's thinking about. One, is he able to redirect that runoff? And that may not necessarily be immediately transparent to him. And the other is, you had mentioned that there was snow kind of above where we were. Mm-hmm. And if there's no way to redirect the water to cause that avalanche. So before I decide exactly what I'm going to do, is there anything at all that would kind of help him figure out a way to do that just by the geography?
Yeah, sure. The avalanche would probably be the harder one because the snow is way up.
Gotcha.
Like way up at the top of the mountain. You could probably bust the bank, the sort of west bank of the lake, because it's mostly just rocky. If you move to just the right rock, you might be able to cause a rock slide that will basically tear down the bank of the lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do then is I'd like to try and use a spell ability in a weird way.
Okay.
Awesome.
Love it. Lay it on me.
So he is not very strong. I mean, he's not super weak, but he just doesn't really have any extra to him, So potentially moving a boulder or something is probably not going to happen. He'd probably be better off attempting to pinpoint a location in which he could either use something to wedge, and gain some leverage to make that happen, or perhaps hit it with a weapon a certain way that might allow some like rotation of that rock formation to occur. So I was wondering if you'd be willing to use True Strike as a kind of way to pinpoint a weak area. It's just a cantrip.
Yeah, sure.
And I would imagine you want me to roll something.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm asking a lot. I know that.
No, you're not. This is great. Okay, so I want you to roll me a D100.
Okay. $78.
Okay, so you have a 78% chance of finding a weak spot.
Okay.
Now I need you to roll me a D12.
Ooh, okay.
And then add your strength modifier to it.
I have a 0.
And then there you go. So then it'll be straight
10.
roll on your D2. Okay. So as you are sort of like frustration, how can I do this? This is huge, massive thing of water. As you kind of walk up and down the west bank of it, I kind of think have you seen those little birds that kind of do that little as they walk?
Yeah.
I kind of picture him doing something like that. Like he's using his feet to like sense like weak spots in the ground, in the sort of mountainous area. And let me roll mine now.
And the whole time while you're doing that roll, the whole time he's kind of, he's feeling a little helpless. Like, gosh, I got to get these people moving. If they die, I'm never going to find Idware. I'm never going to be able to do what I need to do. And so he's kind of like he's kind of praying to Noctalis internally, like, Noctalis, guide me.
Oh, okay. So you're going to use, roll me a religion check.
This is awesome.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So as you were doing your sort of like trying to feel for the thing, as you're like, Noctalis, please help me in this. You will see just ahead of you, you'll see a small stone start to glow almost. A sort of orangey, purpley color.
I'll go and investigate that.
Okay. As you get to it, it stops. We got a raider. Yay, welcome raiders. Brotherhood of Evil Gays. I love it. Welcome. So you see this rock, it's sort of glowing suddenly, and then as you get to it, it stops. But as you're sort of, if you want to deep investigate, you can roll investigation for me. If you just want to observe it,
it can all be good.
We'll
7.
use your perception. Okay, so we'll just use your passive perception on it.
Okay.
So as you're looking at it, it's sort of wedged in what looks like a crag, almost.
Okay.
And it's almost perfectly spherical.
Oh.
And it looks like if you got the right size implement, you could probably just pop that right out of there.
Is it delicate enough that I could use the dagger, or would I be looking to use something else?
I don't know that the dagger would probably hold up to this.
Okay.
So you probably want to try to find like a wooden branch or something of that nature, something thick that you can kind of jam and.
Okay, so he does have something else that's kind of unique to him, that's been sitting sort of in his belt in the back, and he pulls out a nunchaku.
Okay.
And so he's going to try and like leverage one side in there.
Okay.
And then he'll turn around with the chain, or with the rope, I guess, over his shoulder and use that as leverage to pull the opposite direction.
All right. So go ahead and roll me a strength check on that.
Oh boy. Come on. Oh, that's a 7.
Oh, I'm gonna give you advantage on it because your deity is helping you.
Do you want to just roll the whole thing with advantage, or just roll one more time?
Roll the whole thing with advantage. Just re-roll. Sorry, I meant to tell you that.
Okay, 19.
Okay, so as you're really kind of struggling to get it, and you can feel it kind of starting to give way, and as you pull and you pull and you give it one final just sort of and it just comes loose and kind of rolls away from you.
Okay.
And you turn and you look back, and it doesn't seem at the moment, it doesn't seem like it did anything. But as you sit there and look at it, all of a sudden you see a little bit of moisture appear where it was sitting, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then suddenly it's a small stream, and then you see the ground start to shift and crack, and the water begins to get more and more. But now it's like spewing out of this fissure.
I step out of the way.
And it gets, yeah, that's good. I was about to say, I'm going to need you to roll a dexterity to see if you get out of the way. But no, you get out of the way, and it literally just starts just like, as if you turned on like a fire hydrant. And it's just spewing water at this point. And as it's spewing over the western edge, you see it starts to erode the soil and the rocks, and you start seeing rocks start to roll, and any minute now that you can tell that side of the mountain is about to give way.
Oh, so I need a book. Okay.
Yeah, you probably need to get the hell out of there because
So
it's going to take
I'm
a
going to start
large-
running back towards the village. Now, the thing
Okay.
that the next question I need to ask is,
Mhm.
does it look like it's heading in the direction of the source of the fire elemental and the
Oh
blaze?
yeah, it's heading right for it.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
sweet.
It's coming
Yeah,
up
I'm-
the western side.
I'm booking. You need me to roll anything?
You can roll dexterity for me. Actually, no. Roll athletics.
Athletics?
Let's see
Okay.
how athletically inclined he is.
19. Oh my gosh, my rolls.
So 19, yeah, you're able to like Roadrunner in it down this road. I mean, I'm going to use
Nice.
all bird references. These sort of Roadrunner
I
down
love
this thing. So, all right. So while that's happening, let's go back to the village. So, Varrok, you've made an oath. They are packing up to get out of Dodge. So, and Kieran and Bellinor, you guys are outside. You see them start. You see the Goliaths are starting to like pack up.
Based on how fast they're packing, is it safe to assume that the elemental will make it to the village before they're able to get what they need?
At this point, yes.
Okay. So Kieran's definitely going to have his moment of, I'm going to 100% regret this. He's going to turn to Belnar and like, we have to somehow hold that thing back.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you here. You turn to Bellinor, he's already heading up the mountain. He's nope. Say his problem made his people. There's too much going on.
So you're heading up the mountain?
Yeah, he's heading. I mean, that's the fastest way to get away from it, right? I mean,
Well, I mean, if you go up, yeah, technically, yeah.
so
Yes.
I mean, probably at some point run into Zero and the giant.
You probably will run into him if you're heading that way.
Seeing Belnar, Rob's going to yell, "Chicken!"
Speaking of chickens, just kidding. A giant chicken appears. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's a Siberian chicken.
Who's got cannon right now?
You what? Did you just say cannon? You're gonna make the giant?
No,
chicken
no.
cannon?
I was
He's
asking
asking
who has
because
cannon right now.
I was
I
like,
I mean, we did it in my game. We have a Siberian chicken that's like 7 feet tall.
so funny. Hey, in the other campaign, we have a damn goose. Okay, I mean, like,
And you're welcome.
yeah.
Well, it's not even just a damn goose. It's
You
Gustav.
guys have a sentient, like Gestapo type goose with you now, named Gustav. So yeah, so Bellinor, you're running up the mountain. Kieran's, heckling you. So Kieran, after he runs, what do you do?
I was gonna be like, okay, yeah, definitely not doing this on my own. I'm gonna go to the village and try and find someone from my group who is
Okay.
crazy enough to help me, because I'm already doubting my own sanity at this.
That's fair. So in you go. Very first person you encounter is Mint.
It's like, if it was any other situation, we'd go for someone else. But hey, Mint, do you want to fight fire?
What? He's like holding up a boulder, about to throw it.
How big is the boulder you're holding, just for visual sake?
However big kid boulders are for Young Goliath.
Just slightly smaller than himself.
Okay, either way, that's still
No.
impressive considering solid rock.
I got a 15 on my strength to eat it.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Um,
Eats it.
Going like, yeah, I'm just going to repeat the same statement of, do you want to fight fire?
Mint doesn't understand, but okay.
Alright. Follow me. And I'm going to lead him to where the fire elemental is. At point, he's like, you see that?
Oh, Mint can't fight that.
And like in utter disbelief, I'm going to look down at Mint and go, of all the things we have fought thus far, you can't fight that?
Mint's gonna just do an assessment, like knowledge
But you
check.
literally ate the heart of a giant snake.
Mint can eat hearts of snakes, but Mint doesn't think he can eat the heart of a fire elemental.
I'm not asking you to eat
Does
the
it have a
heart.
heart? Like,
Yeah,
does
that's
it have a heart?
legit. Like
You breathed fire earlier.
Does it have bones?
17 to his
These are the
knowledge check
questions.
on. I guess I'm doing insight on whether or not he thinks it's a fight he can like he can do. Like, is this something that he can?
Oh, is this something he could go up against?
Is this basically insight to see if this is an unreasonable thing? Like, is this, is it suicide to go against this thing?
Yes.
Thinks that there are easier ways to die than fighting this
Less painful ways.
painful fire.
I'm not asking you to fight this thing to the death. We just need to distract it.
He's like Mint's thinking, what if you take the carriage and drive it out that way yelling "caca caca"?
Can I roll to see if Kieran knows how smart most elementals are? Like, are they just prime instinct, or if they have some kind of sentience?
Yeah, you can do a nature check.
We could shoot arrows at it while you drive, and then maybe
Shoot
it'll
arrows at it.
You
piss
said
it off.
nature?
Yeah, nature.
Nope, that's a 4.
Yeah, you've no idea. You know who might have an idea?
Not Mint.
It's like, where's Willow? Where's our nature lady?
Last Mint saw Willow was by the carriage. Not sure where she went after.
All right, well, we need to find someone who can help us distract this, because again, we ain't trying to kill it, because I ain't trying to die here either.
Because I legitimately had the same idea. What if we cause an avalanche? Like she says, like foreshadowing.
So you think fighting the elemental is suicide, but not causing an avalanche?
Avalanches are easy. You just fire, and he shoots off an eldritch blast into like the distance, and you hear like the echo, like.
Wow.
It's like, yes, but
Which-
not when we're on the same side.
So as you blast your eldritch blast and
Oh, shut
the
up.
echo happens, the fire elemental turns and looks in the direction in which the eldritch blast came from.
Mint was right. Mint was right.
And the fire elemental turns just slightly and starts crawling up towards you.
Towards where the blast was, or
No,
towards
towards
us?
where it came from.
Mint.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
Well, that didn't go according to plan.
so man, what was that about? What was that about this being a suicide run? Because it looks like you're on it now.
Well, if we were on a carriage that was moving, this would have worked out a lot better.
I ain't risking all our provisions being burnt to a crisp. I
love
would
it.
like to be able to eat and sleep. if we somehow survive this.
Let's hope. So, speaking of suicide runs, Valinor, you're running up the mountain, and Zero, you're running down the mountain. I need you to both roll perception for me and dexterity.
Which do you want first?
Perception first.
Ooh, 6.
My perception was a 16.
Okay. So, Zero does not see Valinor on his way down. Valinor kind of he does see Zero, or this sort of dark thing like running at him. Now I need you to both roll dexterities for me. Dexterity.
Oh god, this is a save. Oh, saves? Shoot.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it's a save, because otherwise that would have been a 5. That wasn't tons better. It was a 12.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Okay. Well, so you're able to avoid hitting each other just barely. But you clipped one another, which makes Zero tumble downward and makes Valinor tumble kind of upward.
Can I try to catch him like a slow motion spin around?
Absolutely. Do another dexterity for me to see if you can grab hold of him.
That is, what is that number? It's a 14 plus 2, 16.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so as you sort of trip over one another, you're able to like grab hold of him and sort of like pull him to you as you gotta roll together. And then you sort of like just stop in the middle of of this trail, holding on to this.
Right. Okay. So you were the one that ran. Yeah. Why are you running back?
So I'm going to be out of breath and kind of shaky. I'm just going to point up the mountain.
Valinor, roll a perception for me.
Oh god, this is not going to go well.
With advantage, because he did point.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good, because the first one was a 2. The second one is a natural 20 for a 22.
Okay, so
you
as he points, I know. What? So as you look where he points, you see water like spewing over the edge, and it's starting to run down the mountain, and it's starting to like it's about to burst and like come a flood. I mean, down the trail. I mean, it's gonna come. The water's coming. And it's like, so you see why he was running away.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of like keep a hold of him, not just instinctually just start sprinting, just like carrying, like, wait, not even realizing that he's still carrying this.
If he's like holding on to me, I'm gonna try and break free. I want to run.
It's like you can do, roll strength check to see if you break away from him, and you can roll strength to see if you hold on to him.
That was a 14 for me.
14.
That was a 3 plus 0 for 3.
Yeah. So yeah, you like break loose and run.
I'll only take a couple steps, and I'll be like, gesturing. He doesn't have words for "come on, let's run."
Right.
Don't follow him, but just be like, so you can understand me, but you can't. I'm so confused. There is so much happening today, and he just starts running after him.
All right.
So
down the mountain you go.
Sorry, go ahead, Will.
No, go ahead. I was just saying down the mountain you go.
Are we starting to get close?
Oh yeah, you guys are like really close to the village. You can actually see like the village is right there.
Okay. So at this point, I don't have words for run. Now, I don't know all the things that have occurred, but I know that I'm in the woods, and usually in the woods, one of the things you look for are predators. So Zero is going to let out a wolf's howl.
Ooh. Okay. Roll at performance. Let's see
It's
how
like-
well you do it.
Dirty
I was
20.
thinking about.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. What? Okay. So yeah, so you're able to howl it out, man. So everybody, that's everybody except for Bellinor. Y'all can roll perception for me real quick.
Eleanor's so confused. He just ran into a bird that doesn't talk, that just howled like a wolf after causing a massive flood. What is happening?
Yeah, it's a 19 for Karen.
19 for Karen,
12 for Varric.
12 for Varric,
13.
13 for Mint, and what for Willow? You're
You're on
muted.
mute.
Dirty.
Hey. Dirty 20. Yeah, everyone can hear it. You hear the wolf howl.
It sounds very
of the
realistic.
village. The people of the village are very much like. You can see them kind of perk up when they hear the wolf howl. Because they haven't really heard a wolf howl in a very long time. Not
Varric, who has just been sitting there this entire time looking at his palm, he just like,
Also, you can all of you rolled high enough that you can all hear this rumbling noise coming from up the mountain.
Okay.
Hear that?
Willow
Okay,
has
what-
decided that I am destined to die by fire, so I'm just going to get it over with.
Okay, so she gets
So
out of the
she
wagon.
is coming out of the wagon in her new visage
Okay.
of summer.
So when you step out of the wagon, you see all these Goliaths running around, gathering their stuff, like starting to leave. You see Varric sitting there, but he's the only one you see, like in the village.
I'm heading back towards the fire.
Okay, so you're going outside the village. So when you get outside the gates, you see Kieran and you see Mint standing there, kind of discussing
Mint's firing
something.
off Eldritch blasts.
Yeah, he's firing
Yeah, I'll
eldritch
say-
blasts.
And when we hear the rumbling, I'm going to turn to Mint and go like, "Will you stop trying to kill us all?" Because if my assumption is that's an avalanche.
Mint thinks it's working. Mint thinks it's working.
So I see
I
the
did the
fire.
same.
I see the fire elemental.
If you look over the edge, you do.
Yeah.
If you don't look over the edge, you don't see the elemental yet. You can see the glow of the fire, but not the.
Oh, I'm
elemental.
focused on the fire, so yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you see the glow of the fire.
Did
And then
you
all-
say we felt the rumble though?
Okay.
You
I
hear
don't
the
have-
rumble. You hear it.
Okay, so Mint would actually stop and because he didn't actually he kind of didn't actually think it would work, and he just kind of slowly turns to look in the direction of, I guess, the rumble.
The rumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, Willow? What were you doing?
I'm gonna cast a spell, but I'll wait till they finish what they're doing.
That was it. He was just telling me that he was looking
Yeah.
towards
Okay.
the sound
I'm
of the
gonna
rumble.
cast. Yeah. I don't have create water, unfortunately. So I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave.
Okay. On what exactly?
On the fire
Or towards
elemental.
what? You're gonna attack the fire
Yeah.
elemental? Oh shit! Okay,
With Thunder
All right.
Wave, yeah.
go to town.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
I did. Each creature in a 15 cube originated. Oh, he's not that close.
Oh no, he's not that close.
Shit. I hope he's not 50. Oh no, I wouldn't know that then. So, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's so true. Okay. Anything else you want to try, or?
All right, I'm gonna cast Augury to see if Thunderwave would even be effective.
What's the distance on?
Oh, it's not an attack spell.
Thunderwave?
Basically, I've got these shiny rocks, so I'm just gonna throw them out and try and read them to receive an omen about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take in the next 30 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so this is for augury, not for thunder. Okay.
Right.
I was asking about the thunder wave. Okay.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry. No,
you-
I'm gonna see if the thunder wave would be effective.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it would affect it. Absolutely. I mean, sure.
Mint sees the rocks and he like looks at Willow and then he looks over at Kieran and he says, "See, playing with rocks is fun."
When Mint says that, I'm now going to turn. Oh wait, were you saying the rocks? And you were looking from where you were looking up, or the rocks that Willow was using?
Yeah, like he catches her throwing some rocks on the ground, and yeah, I mean, he looks at the rumbling, and then he's like, "Okay, I don't see anything." Looks down and sees Mint playing with rocks. I mean, Willow playing with rocks.
with rocks.
He's,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh god damn it. Okay, you know what? Let's give this a shot. And this is probably going to backfire. No, my luck. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level on the elemental. It has to make a
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, did I get a result from my spell when you get a chance?
Yeah, it shows you. It would affect it.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be a 6.
So it's going to take 4d6 of damage. For a
Okay.
total of 14.
Okay.
And it must and immediately uses reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. So, as you cast this onto this fire elemental, and it impacts and it does its thing.
Yep.
As it's moving away from where you are, you see it go and splits into
split.
2. One goes away from you, the other one comes towards you.
Mint thinks you're making it worse.
I can see that, man, and we are not going to speak of this to the others. Understood?
Okay. So Willow, knowing that this would work, she's going to start walking down towards the fire
Okay.
to get within range.
What's the range on the spell?
No way, this is
15.
wrong.
15.
15 feet?
Uh-huh.
You're going to get 15 feet within... okay.
Mint
All right.
doesn't think you should
Jeez.
do this.
She is ready to... She thinks she's supposed to die here, but she knows this would work.
At this point, can Bellinor start screaming,
Why is
"Flood!
Mint the voice of reason?
Flood!" Everybody, get the hell out!
Wait, how'd you start that? You said Bellinor's yelling what?
Flood! Flood! Everybody,
Flood.
get the hell out!
Get
We're
the
all gonna
hell out.
die.
Damn, I thought you were saying fly.
Fly, everybody! No. Okay, so
Okay, like,
Willow
fly, you fools.
begins her descent down the side of this mountain. Does anybody try to stop her, or
Yeah,
is this
Mint's
like
gonna like try to get in front of her and be like, "What's the plan, nice lady?"
I'm going to stop it.
Mint just shakes his head like, "No."
Yeah, so Kieran's going to chime in too, going like,
If
"Now, months is
by
not
stop,
normal."
you mean stop long enough to burn you to a crisp and then keep moving as if you weren't there, then yes, you will stop it.
I say, as much as I don't really want to agree with Mint, he is right in this case. You literally just saw what my spell did. As I point to the fact there's two of them. Granted, one of them is running away, but...
And speaking of that one running away,
Oh, fuck.
Make the other one run away.
as you see it running away, you see it like descends into the flames and disappears.
When they split, did they stay the same size or did they go smaller?
They're the same size. Oh no, they're the same size.
Dang. All right, well.
But you do notice the
Use
one
that idea.
that's coming towards you does sort of get bigger. As suddenly the fire all around them is pulled into him. It's almost like he's like creating a tornado effect.
Oh, no.
Min thinks
So
it's time
all
to
of the
leave.
fire is starting to like circle around his midsection area.
Out of curiosity, at this point, would Kieran think that there's been enough stalling that the villagers would have been able to get out?
They're getting out. They're not all out. So
Like, if I were to
Speaking-
turn, I would see that they're still evacuating.
yeah, they're still evacuating. So Mint and Willow, y'all's little thing. So what's the outcome here? I mean, is Mint trying to convince her not to go? And
Yeah, he's just trying to convince her. I mean, he's not putting hands on her or anything.
okay.
Thank
And
you.
what are you doing?
That would all she needs.
So you could try to persuade her.
I can.
Yeah, I'll roll persuasion.
Okay.
Okay, that is a 14.
Okay. And you can roll a wisdom save against that, Willow.
Yeah, I don't want to die. That's a 9.
Okay. So
Maybe you're
It-
right.
I mean, you know,
Somehow.
he's
You
trying to
said
convince
so.
you that this what you're doing is pointless, basically, and not that it's not appreciated, but it makes no sense for you to kill yourself for nothing. I mean, because that's exactly what would be happening, basically.
Uh-huh.
So, but I'm going to let Mint actually convince you. So, if you would please, sir.
Mint thinks that you are a big, strong lady, and you could probably fight something along the lines of your own strength and maybe have a good death rather than a pointless death. But what does Mint know? Mint is just a goblin. Also, Mint would like you to meet the dragon egg.
Okay. What if I cast? Okay. We're on a slope.
Expeditious retreat. He doesn't say that.
Okay, we're on a slope. So, if I cast Thunder Wave in front of me, that might stir up the ground. Dirt puts out fire. So basically, I'm gonna try and create a rock slide. Let's have more.
Okay.
So yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. You can
As
cast.
she's doing this, can I see what Willow's trying to do and like get an idea, or because I can try to help create a rock slide by shooting a Eldritch Blast in the ground or something. I don't know.
Yep. I mean, unsecured objects that are within the area of effect are pushed 10 feet away from you, and I mean, we're on a slope, a hill going
Right.
down. I'm hoping to create
It's
rock,
worse
dirt,
than-
I
everything
guess.
going down towards
I mean-
the fire to slow it down.
You can roll an insight to see if you can figure it out.
No, actually, I just thought of just something better. Or attack the dirt. That also works.
Okay. So you cast the spell. It does exactly what it says. It throws dirt and rocks and debris down the slope, and it basically creates a rock slide. And it's pretty powerful, but because there's so many trees in the way, it doesn't do the power. It doesn't get powerful enough to actually extinguish the elemental. It extinguishes some of the fire around it.
Okay.
But the elemental does not seem to be affected by it.
It doesn't slow it down at all?
No, not really.
Okay.
Now, as you're all doing that, you see Zero and Bellinor running towards you, shouting something. Or at least Bellinor's shouting something. I don't think Zero's shouting anything, or maybe he is. I don't know, but
I was like, I'm going to turn and I see Bellinor. I don't necessarily know if I see Zero, depending on how far they are. And I was like, oh, hey, the chicken's returning.
Oh.
I
don't get
see
that
the
hydrate.
chicken. I'm confused. Where's the pheasant?
No,
You see, like, Mint Blade perks
we will
up,
have a
like,
Mint,
draws the blade.
Yeah, Mint, we will have a lesson on idioms later.
I will say, when you look up at Bellinor, the fear on his face is almost as much as when he was running away from the fire elemental.
Wait, repeat that?
When you look up at Bellinor, the fear on his face is almost the same as it was when he was running the opposite direction from the fire elemental.
I mean, I couldn't see your face when you were running away, so.
fair.
But
I was like,
he looks
what?
terrified.
I was like, what could be worse than. I mean, we're not catching a break.
What about Zero?
Like, what is Zero doing?
What's he up to? Yeah. We know what Bellinor's doing, screaming as he's coming down the hill.
So he's not in any position to fight right now. Yeah, so he's just gonna be like looking to see if the group he's supposed to help and follow around is like getting moving at this point.
Wait, he's doing what now?
So he's run back into camp now, effectively, right?
Yeah, if he wanted to, yeah.
That's what he would probably do. That was the last place he saw everybody in one place, so he'd run back in the gates.
Okay.
Not trying to stealth this time, just kind of in a panic, looking to see where, this group of adventurers has gone and if they're moving or not.
Roll perception with disadvantage.
$17.
Okay. As you're running into the village looking for them, it's like he's like, ah! Ah! As you see them, you pass right by them. You go into the village, stop, realizing that you just saw everybody.
Yep, and he's gonna stop, and you can see like on his face says wait. And he's gonna run back out and find him.
Varrok, where are you at?
Varrok, once he got shooken out of his stupor, just staring at his palm, he has been going kind of hut to hut to make sure there's no one. You know how like when there's a building burning down, sometimes people get scared and they'll run into a closet. He wants to go hut to hut to make sure there's nobody in here, so he's doing a clean sweep, just sprinting between the huts.
Okay. Okay, so you're doing that. Everybody else, you hear this loud, thunderous crash. Almost sounds like an explosion coming from up the mountain.
And I'm gonna look at Mint and say, I didn't do that.
What's everybody else doing?
I mean,
But I am gonna turn and look.
Okay.
looking at the handiwork.
Varrok's gonna clear the last hut and come out.
Okay.
He's like,
All right. So as everyone is sort of looking up, what you see are the trees like shaking violently as the down, and it's just sort of like in waves coming down the thing, and then eventually you see trees just fall, and then suddenly you see massive waves of water rolling down the side of this mountain, pulling trees, boulders, soil, everything. As this water sort of turns into mud and sludge and turns into this massive mudslide that literally takes out a huge swath down this mountain and crashes directly into the fire elemental. Mint and Willow, I need y'all to roll dexterity saves for me because you were down the side of the mountain.
I was down there too, sadly.
Oh, so Kieran, you need to do it too.
It's going to be
Oh,
18
thank
for
God.
Mint.
What was that meant?
18.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh
What?
shit! 6.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
So Kieran and
I like to think I'm still mesmerized by the fire. I'm just.
Kieran and Mint,
Can
you
I,
guys are able to
can I
sort
have-
of go ahead.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say, if she didn't make it, I was going to try to use a strength check to throw her behind me and myself in her place. Like, if I see that she's not going to get out of the way. Like, if,
Oh,
I,
hold
if
on,
I,
we got to throw them a bone for Lisa.
Okay.
Which means.
That's why I'm double checking. Yeah, you can select one player DM, have them change their story. This can be in the form of making a failed roll succeed, change the outcome of roll of choice. Can only be used once per session.
Awesome!
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep, that's
So-
from Slayer.
As Kieran and Mint are able to like get out of the way quick as the ground suddenly shifts. Willow, you see Willow standing there and you see her move suddenly with the ground. And for a brief moment, she's out of sight. And then a few seconds later, you see her bounding from like tree to tree, like she's jumping from log to log in the actual mudslide. As she is like running up the mudslide, basically. So she gets to where you are and launches herself and is able to roll onto safe ground. So, as
Thank
you're all
you,
standing
Walter.
there, yeah, as you're standing there, you just see just the fire is extinguishing, the elemental is, basically going away.
I'm just going
Mint
to turn to
feels
Mint.
as though- Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, I was going to turn to Mint because I'm assuming this is due to the Eldritch Blast. Like, even though it was a mudslide, like maybe there's, a small avalanche eventually turned into the mudslide. I was just like, Mint, you're lucky this worked.
Mint isn't so sure that he did this, but Mint also thinks that I told you so.
I just think Mint's like, I don't know if I did it, but I'll take credit for it.
I just love how you said I told you so. That was
I love that. I told you so. I told you so.
there is no humility in
not-
that.
He was not above and I told you so at all.
And I love every bit about
Oh.
So,
But
alright.
is the water still rushing past by this point, or has it kind of like already gone past?
It's
Just like
still
a trickle?
kind of going. It's not as bad though. It's sort of like wherever this water came from,
Yeah.
the level has dropped low enough to where it's more just trickle at this point.
Okay. So for everything that I'm able to do it to, at least, because obviously I know I won't be able to get everything, I'm just going to prestige my clothes to get all like demodified.
Okay. All right. So what about the rest of you as you watch this massive landslide going down the mountain? And when you look up the mountain, you see it is a huge swath of the mountain has just been like an eraser run down a chalkboard.
Does it look like the village is in any danger of being hit?
No.
I'm just gonna sit down on the ground and watch.
I think it's the only appropriate thing to do at this point because I'm out of breath. I wanted to do something. I wasn't sure exactly if I was gonna be able to do that, but cool.
It
Yeah,
worked.
that's kind of like, hey, at least it worked, I guess. And he's just gonna kind of sit, like he's probably about 15 feet out from the gate there, and just kind of sit and watch this happen.
Okay.
And just take a minute to breathe because he's hurting a little bit still.
Okay.
I think Varrok's going to assume that Mint had a hand in the avalanche. And he's going to walk up behind him and like clasp him on the shoulder. Like, you saved the village!
Mint didn't do this. He's just.
Of course you did!
No. Mint had idea, but Mint was too busy talking to Kieran about idea. Idea just happened.
I'm just shaking my head as Mint's saying that.
While
Mint was
Varrok
right and Kieran was wrong. It's just.
That's funny.
He's just like Mint was right. Kieran was wrong. That is all.
That's all. All right. What were you saying, Garrett?
He's entertaining the idea of Mint willing an avalanche into existence. He's kind of like, okay, probably not.
But maybe Bellinor knows. Bellinor came down from the mountain screaming.
I thought he was just running away. Like a chicken.
Mint pulls out, starts to pull out his blade. Looking for a chicken.
Okay.
Hopefully, it doesn't look at me.
Bellinor, what about you, my man?
No, he's just literally looking for a small bird. They keep mentioning chickens, so he's like, "Where's it?"
Kenku's heard that bit.
Bellinor's in the town, getting the cart and the horses and the big horse ready, because he doesn't know if this mudslide is going to stop this fire elemental. He's not paying attention to it. He just wants to live, and if his friends happen to be able to get in the cart when he leaves, so be it.
I love this about Bellinor. Okay, so Bellinor is like hitching up the horses.
Yeah, he's getting ready to leave. I mean,
Do we see this?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you do. I can't imagine he's trying to be stealthy about it.
oh no.
So seeing this, mainly because I want to get up for running earlier, I was like, "Where do you think you're going?"
Home.
Did no one tell him about the dragon?
Which dragon are you referring to, by the way? Out of character, which dragon are you referring to?
The one that did the strafing runs up and down Mediterranean?
I think Taram was actually here for that section, weren't you?
I don't think so.
Or was that the first? Or was that one of the
I
first
think
ones
that
you
was the
missed?
first session that he wasn't able to be here.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you're right. Okay.
Did no one tell him about the dragon in Mediterranean?
Yeah. So when
No.
Varrok says that, I'm going to turn just like, and I'm going to put my hand over his mouth or over his mouth.
Oh,
He paid almost
Okay.
no attention to anything anyone said. He's just continuing to get ready to leave. I mean, he's climbing on the wagon, getting ready to just take off. Like,
Mint's gonna climb up onto the wagon and he's gonna say, "Mint cannot let you leave with this wagon."
You're in the wagon, but I mean, all right. He just gets ready to get the horses to take off.
Varrok is going to walk in front between the horses and put his hands on the front of the wagon.
Is responsible for baby, and baby's in wagon, and I cannot let you leave with baby. That's in my care.
He looks to
Once
the
I-
back of the wagon. Huh?
I was like, Belnor, you remember this? And I'm going to point to the obsidian ring that we all got put on by Zephyrus.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Remember, we can't go anywhere because this hurts.
I don't know if it's going to hurt as much as that. And he doesn't even look. He just points.
Well, you were unconscious for a good chunk of it, but this actually hurt us a bit while we were hunting for you.
Good for you guys. I appreciate it. I'm glad I'm okay.
Hey, Varrok,
Yeah.
you got anything to put someone to sleep?
Well, I try to save those that knowledge. Where he tries to put him into a chokehold.
Oh my god! So you're trying to put Bellinor in a chokehold?
Just to pacify him, not to hurt him, just to stop him from stealing all of our stuff.
Okay, fair enough. So you can roll opposing strength saves for me, or strength rolls for me, not saves.
My strength was so high. Total of 12 for me.
That's a total of 5, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're not able to hang on to him.
It's like that.
I'm gonna walk back over to the wagon.
Well, Mint's just gonna like see it all
And say-
unfolding, and he says, "Oh, go ahead. Sorry."
And just yell as loud as I can, Bellinor! Try and get his attention.
He looks still ready to go. I mean,
The fire is gone. The flood is gone. Just stop.
Do I hear all this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like right there.
I'm gonna try to go back to the wagon quietly because no one knows I've done this, and I don't want to be blamed for it. So I'm gonna try and sneak back to the cart.
Okay, roll stealth.
Here, while Greg's rolling that,
19.
I'm
Unless
gonna.
unless anybody wants to roll
Eric?
perception against that.
Merrick got a reroll.
Oh,
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I can't see whatever's going on the Twitch.
Thank
yeah,
you,
I
old
missed that.
Slayer.
I had my character sheet up, so I missed that. My bad.
It's all right.
Oh, that's a 17.
Oh yeah. Okay. So he's able to subdue you.
He subdues
Okay.
you, and I get in your face and yell at you. It's over.
I got
all right.
your head right here. I'm just doing this, going shh, shh, shh.
Okay.
Now I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, Bellinor.
That is a 17.
Okay. He does not put you to sleep.
Okay. Him
But
being
he is
grabbed like
asleep.
that and someone in my face, you guys are gonna watch his eyes just turn straight black as ooze just starts almost spraying out of it a little bit,
Ooh, yummy.
and he's just going to, in deep speech, which is this very deep guttural language, he is going to just yell, "Let me go."
No, for the love of God.
Mint's gonna go over to the egg and start like hoisting it onto his back, and just like getting ready to like hop off the wagon. And like he hops off the wagon and then just like looks at what's unfolding, Shame! And just starts like walking over to the village with the egg on his back.
Okay,
Can I roll an intimidation?
absolutely.
Great. That's a 26 total, 19 plus 7.
Wow.
Fuck.
You're welcome to try to roll against that if you'd like.
Would I roll for that?
We can do. Let's do opposing intimidations. So we just roll intimidation.
Yeah, it's a 12.
Yeah. Okay, so Bellinor. This happens to Bellinor. You've never seen this before. It's a little freaky, especially with the ooze coming out of the eyes. I mean, that's kind of gross. But yeah. What do you do?
I think it's going to start. His intimidation, his form of intimidation, is just going to be like that really deep Goliath yell. But then the moment the ooze starts coming out the eyes, it's kind of like
That's fantastic. Love it.
Uh,
Okay.
after you,
Backs
after
away, I'm
you-
assuming.
yeah, after you let him go, Bellinor kind of spin around and look at the both of you. The ooze that was dripping is kind of seeps back into his skin, and he blinks back to his normal eyes, and he says, "I will go with you for now, but don't you push your hands on me again."
That's fair.
Damn. That was sick.
All right, everything's fine now. Let's all just pack up and get ready to go.
Mint sees that it's resolved, and then he realizes he has to get the egg back on the cart. He's like, "Ah!" Like just like.
Okay. So everybody's getting their things together, and
Yeah, Varrok's going to get up onto his horse.
okay. Zero. You rolled a roll for me.
I did.
As you're sitting there, sort of out of the way, you'll notice one of your wing feathers on your left side, one of your long wing feathers, has shifted colors. It's almost a bluish purple. You know, it's that black with blue and purple in it.
Kind of like a sheen. bending
Yeah,
down all the way.
but it has like what looks like silver veining running through it.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's what that roll was
It's like-
for. Well, that's neat. Yeah.
Like, is this something that's on me?
Like,
Like,
is it on me? What is that? Like, nope, it doesn't come off of you.
I just hide it under the cloak for right now.
Yeah. All right, so you all kind of gather your things. The villagers are returning to the village now that the fire is no longer an issue. And you're all packed up. They give you guys supplies like foods and stuff, food stores, that sort of thing. They thank you. The chief of the village approaches and tells Varrok, and this time he speaks in broken common to make sure that he honors his oath to the people of the mountain.
He's in common. Varrok says, I swear, I pledge my life on this. I'll make this right.
And he raises his club. And he says, "May the spirits guide you. Good luck on your journey."
Good luck on yours.
And he turns and is beginning to get his people back into the village. So you guys are now free to head out.
I was like, I'm just in the. I just get in the back of the wagon, Larry, just like sprawl out wherever I'm able to, whether it's on a bench or like floor of the back part, because I'm just exhausted.
Did anyone notice that Willow looks completely different? You know,
Probably not yet, considering everything that happened.
just curious. Because she hasn't noticed.
She hasn't noticed that she's changed.
No, I don't think it was a conscious decision.
That's funny. Cool. Okay.
I like to think, and you can rule against if you want. You know, after a long rest, I can change it myself. But in states of high emotion, I think you're just going to go with whatever.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Whatever's hitting you.
Absolutely. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna go back to her spot, but she's not gonna. She'll just sit normally and.
So who gets in the back of the wagon? So Kieran and Willow and Bellinor. Zero, you're in the back of the wagon. Where are you at? Are you still trying to hide from everybody, or you like trying to hide in plain sight? What is he trying to do?
I'm just. You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero.
So, I'm probably at this point. I'm gonna see if there's a vantage point, like if I can kind of sit on an axle underneath the cart.
Okay.
I don't want them to know that I'm there right now.
That's fair. That's fine.
But I mean, they might have seen me crawl under there. I don't know.
Well, you can roll a stealth to see if you get out while they're getting in.
Uh, 22.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm going to say, yeah, you're able to kind of slink out. I mean, unless anyone wants to roll a perception to see if they see him. That's up to y'all.
Go for it.
What was your stealth again?
I don't know if I'll.
Ooh.
What was your stealth?
Wait,
22.
what? 22.
I had 23 perception.
Okay.
Just my one.
That's fine. Anybody else want to roll to see if they see Zero
No,
slip out?
I only rolled a 15.
Okay.
Mint's sitting in the back with the egg, so you probably won't see anything.
Okay.
Wait, if we're on
Okay,
the back, who's driving?
Who's in the driver's seat? I know. Everyone's in the back of the wagon. It's like, who's driving? Anyone?
Mint can
Barrett's
go
on
drive
horse.
again. He did it successfully last time.
He did do it
right?
successfully last
Right?
time. Yeah.
If no one else gets in the front, Bellinor will.
So
Bellinor has no idea where we're supposed to go or anything, but he'll drive, I guess.
So even being seen, and I don't know if I even know that I've been seen. I'm going to try and jump under the, basically hold on underneath the carriage, and cast minor illusion on myself.
I love it.
We'll see.
Yeah. So so Kieran, you see him slip out of the back.
Yeah. I'll see. I imagine I see him slipping out like after I've already climbed in. Because like I said, I'm just sprawling out in the back.
Right.
Now it's going to be like, oh, that's got to be the fatigue.
That's got to be the fatigue. I'm seeing things.
You don't have to accommodate me. It's
So
okay.
as you
no,
go ahead.
I was like, oh no, it's not a comedy. I feel like that's what Kira would feel right now.
That's fair.
That's
He's
fair.
literally like, even though he hasn't taken much hit, he literally only has 2 first level spell slots left, and almost no bardics. Like he's exhausted. He's used up all his stuff.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So when you slip underneath the wagon, there is an area there that you can literally like sit. It's like right behind the wheel hubs. They're sort of like these like platforms. They're not very big, but they're probably big enough for him to sort of like sit and kind of lean back a little bit and kind of
Okay.
literally he could like chill there.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as he's like holding on, but
Yeah, you need to be holding on.
and then you can cast minor illusion on yourself. That's fine.
Sweet.
All right. So who's driving? Mint, Bellinor, who? Which one of you? Rock, paper, scissors? I don't know.
Mint was
No one
already
knows that.
with the egg.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Mint's
no one
with his
else
egg.
does. Bellinor will get up there. He ain't know where he's going. He's gonna just start heading in a direction.
That is true. I don't think Bellinor knows where you're supposed to go.
I'll climb out there with him
Okay.
and fill him in a little bit on what we're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
As you climb out there, he'll look at you and just be like, "Wait, who are you? You don't.
That's right.
I don't recognize."
What?
And then he'll kind of
You
sit
hit
there
your
and
head.
look for a minute. You sound and talk and act like Willow, but you look nothing like Willow.
Did you hit your head?
No, I don't think. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, if you looked at yourself, do you see?
Oh, yeah, my people do that sometimes.
Do just change? What?
Yeah. You need to get out more.
Varrok is on his horse next to the wagon. And he's like, for a person with ooze coming out of your eyes, you're pretty critical of how people look. Just saying. And he takes off, going forward, leading the way.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
I'm so confused.
So I'll fill him in on our mission as we go along.
Okay.
Do I need to roll something to get the horses moving?
So,
Yeah, performance or animal handling, actually.
Oh, my performance is way better.
Oh.
That's still a 17.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to get them going.
so where did you go when we were fighting that snake and the tentacle things and you were just gone?
See, it's a really good question because I don't remember anything.
Yeah, you must have hit your head. You were unconscious when we found you.
He shrugs. I
days.
have no idea what you're talking about. I feel fine. I don't know if you guys all hit your head. You're talking about ooze. You're changing colors. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So I think we need to go up this road. You know, like,
Okay.
Then I'll say to Willow, have you ever seen a little bird person running around? I feel like I'm going crazy when I see that because it just flashes and then they're gone. I don't know who they are, what they are. They just
well,
appear and then disappear.
I thought I saw someone like that back in the camp right before all hell broke loose.
Back, okay. Are they now? Are they with us now? Are they supposed to be coming? I don't know who they are, but they just keep appearing. So maybe they'll just follow us. I don't know.
At this point, I don't know either. Let's just.
All right.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Let's just go.
Okay. So y'all go ahead. I mean, if that's what you're doing, that's
Yep.
up the mountain to your next destination. Go ahead, Mint.
Mint's going to close his eyes, and he's going to, while holding his hand up against the egg, inwardly, not outwardly, he's going to be speaking meditatively to his patron. And he's just gonna see if he's not trying to get a response, but he's just going to Basically, just say thank you for the help back there.
Okay. So you're just sort of like putting that out into the universe.
Yeah, he's just putting that out into the, and he says it in Draconic while his hand's on the egg, but
Cool.
but he doesn't say it out loud. He just says it in his mind.
Okay. So roll me a percentile. Roll me a D100, actually. Not percentile. D100.
Okay. Now remind me, 100 is when you get 000, or is it 00? And
No, that's 100.
okay. I'm gonna roll them separately because I don't want to hurt them. Okay, I got a 97.
All right. Now roll me a D4.
These are like those
I don't want to hurt them.
fancy dice. I don't want to hurt the dice.
That's fair.
Yeah. They're sandstone. They're fragile.
I was going to say sandstone. Careful, don't put them in water.
Yeah. Okay, that's the 2.
Two. Okay. So as your hands are on the egg and you're saying this in your mind, the egg will get a little warm. Not noticeably to anybody else, just to you. You just tactile. And as you sort of like look across where you're sitting, right directly across from you on a barrel that's sitting in front of you, you will see a sigil burn into the wood.
Okay, he's going to scoot closer to it without drawing too much attention and read the sigil.
It basically is it's a single sigil, and what it basically translates to draconically is that I'm always watching.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yes! Finally! He's like, so he's been trying to get contacting a UFO forever now.
Yeah, I know. Right?
I'm like, the bah, 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 bah. He's all excited now.
All right. So what else is everyone doing as we're heading up the mountain here?
I was like, Kieran's just resting, trying to get, just recoup some of his energy.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I would say that while Zero's holding on, he's kind of just like keeping his eyes closed, trying to rest a little bit.
Okay. For it being a mountain pass, it's pretty smooth. So you're not going to have a rough ride. Every once in a while, there's a little bit of roughness in the road, but for the most part, it's a pretty smooth ride, honestly. So you guys are getting up, and it's starting to get dark. Do you guys continue going, or do you want to like stop and make camp? What do y'all want to do?
I think all of us are pretty tired. I'm gonna tell Bellinor, I think we should stop and make camp. What do you think?
I think it's a fine idea as long as we find a spot that we can actually all rest in.
And I'm gonna call out to Varrok so he'll come back or closer.
It comes trotting up on his giant horse.
Can you
What's the plan?
Can you scout ahead for a place to camp?
Yeah, goes forward. Can I roll perception to see if I can find a good, a nice hidden camp spot so we can all get rest?
Yeah, absolutely. You can roll perception.
Because
It is a 14.
Oh well, last time.
Yeah,
You got a 14?
14.
Yeah. I mean, as you're sort of trotting ahead, there are several places that you could pull the wagon over and set up an actual like fire and sleeping area if you wanted to. I mean, there are plenty of cleared areas, sort of naturally cleared areas along the road. A lot of them are sort of like under like natural like trees and things like that. So there's protection from the elements and things like that. You can find several.
I think he's gonna find like the biggest one that's easily defensible, and ride back to the wagon. And it's like, follow me, yeah, back out again.
Okay. So, do you find a spot that you can stop? I'm sorry, and then you're gonna go back and tell them.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring them right back to it.
All right, so you go, you meet them at the wagon, and you're like, "Hey, I found a place." So you take them. Sorry, give me one thing. So yeah, so he comes to you and he says, "Hey, I found a spot. It's right up. It's up the way, about not too far." As night is beginning to fall on the mountain, you're able to pull the wagon over and unload your sort of like camping gear. For anyone who's sleeping outside, there's plenty of room in the wagon if everybody wanted to sleep in the wagon. But
No.
but I mean, because it's a big wagon. So, but there's plenty of ground to sleep on.
All right, I'm gonna unhitch the horses. They need a break. I'll take care of the animals.
Okay.
I think Mint is going to make a survival check if this is what's appropriate. What he'd like to do is so he's lived outside for a while, so he's gonna dig a hole in the ground, 2 holes next to each other. He's gonna connect them under the ground. He's gonna build a fire in one hole, so that way it doesn't create a lot of light, but it does serve the purposes of creating warmth. So it's like a concealed flame almost, or concealed fire.
Okay.
And then he's gonna put the egg like right next to it, so that way it can get warmed up, because he remembers that he needs to warm it up from time to time.
Okay.
So I don't know what you want me to roll to do that, but
I mean, if you're gonna dig something, then you probably if you're creating a safe haven, then I would say a survival.
okay. Let's do that. And he'll spend his time doing that. Let me make that roll.
Okay.
Okay, that is that's a 9.
Okay. So it's not he's able to do it. It's just going to take him a while because he's a little guy and he's trying to he's trying to dig this hole and sort of create this tunnel thing. So it's going to take him a while, but eventually he'll get it.
Okay.
But it will take him a little while.
Yeah, he spends his time doing that.
Okay. All right. So where does everybody sleep? Or where does everybody make their bedding? Who's sleeping outside?
That's like Kieran is.
Kieran sleeps outside.
Yeah.
Willa sleeps outside.
Zero.
Varrok,
Obviously.
yeah. Mint, you're gonna sleep outside. Bellinor, are you gonna sleep inside?
If no one else is, hells yeah.
Okay. Everyone else is sleeping outside. So all right. So
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep near the horses.
okay. Cool. So you got the horses settled. You fed them, watered them. Who makes do you guys build a fire, or y'all basically cook dinner? Are y'all doing a
Yeah,
full
that's what Mint was making. He was making
okay,
a
that's
fire.
what you were doing, making a fire. Okay.
Yeah, Bellinor would cook for everyone. He's cooked for a lot of years. So.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right. So
Is somebody coming out from under the wagon, or just wondering?
Do you know I'm down there?
No.
No, I mean, He's got rations on him. You know, he's got a couple
Aw.
of things to chew on. So he's just gonna kind of hang out.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
I think Varrok's gonna sit next to the wagon, kind of away from the fire, just stare at his palm, kind of contemplating the mess that he got himself into,
Yeah.
the continuing to get himself into.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's very fair. Yeah. As you see the burn, which has now basically it's turned into like a tattoo almost. It's sort of settled into the skin, and it will heal basically it'll look like a tattoo once it fully heals. Okay, what's everybody else doing? Kieran, what are you doing? So Bellinor's cooking dinner. Varrok's sort of sitting off contemplating. Willow, what are you doing? You're still over by the horses.
Yep.
Mint, you're doing your digging, getting the fire started.
Yeah,
Kieran, what are you doing? Oh, go ahead.
No, yes.
All right, Kieran, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally just laying there chilling. I'm not like everyone else seems like they've already got everything they need to do to get the camp set up. So Kieran's just taking it easy.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, cool. So, Bellinor, you cook a decent meal. Not a decent, it's a really good meal, but like with what you had. Everyone sort of eats. And as the night sort of comes in, and it gets dark for a moment. And if you can all roll perception for me.
As a 3,
You're so focused on that hand.
Dirty 20.
I can't
24.
perceive to save my life.
Dirty 20,
19.
19, 24,
25.
25.
3.
3. Bellinor's focused on cooking. So all of what's your passive perceptions, you two? The two that rolled below.
12.
Okay.
11.
11. Okay. You all, as the night sort of comes in and the daylight goes, as you all look up the mountain, sort of watching the mountain sort of disappear into the dark as the sun sets, you will see the auroras come in and touching the top of the mountain, which takes you all back to the dream you had, where you talk about their journey began where the lights touched the mountain. So, as you think about and contemplate your mission, so to speak,
I never thought I'd be here. I just stopped to get some armor. That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, so
Weirdly
you guys
enough,
are contemplating yourself. You're why you're here or how you got here. So y'all go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all do your thing for a little bit.
it just reminds Varrok of home. Just being this high up by the auroras, and the air is a little thinner. It's just kind of you feeling a little nostalgic.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not too far from your home, actually. It's a few days journey, but not too far.
Mint's just kind of laying back, his head leaning against the egg, looking up at the sky, and he's like, "One day, little pup, you will eat all the pheasants. Well, probably more like sheep and cattle, but nonetheless, you will eat it all."
More like sheep and cattle. Okay. What about the rest of you? What are you contemplating in this moment before sleep takes you all?
For Zero,
I'm thinking of stories I heard when I was little about when the sky would dance. I've never seen it because there was all the canopy over where we were.
Right.
I heard stories about when the sky would dance, and I'm thinking, how amazing it is that I get to see it.
Okay. Zero. What were you were saying?
Yeah, sorry.
You're fine.
So, Noctalis, he'll be thinking of the words that Noctalis spoke to him in his vision, and it'll also kind of make him think a little bit of home, a place that he hasn't gone in a very long time.
Okay.
And just kind of reminiscing,
All right.
and then he'll drift off.
Okay. What about Bellinor?
Bellinor thinks back to his wife, his dead wife. Just remembering her and missing her, is that it was her dream to own the tavern, and now here he is questing with these random people that get him into the most obnoxious random things he's ever met.
We did all that to rescue him. That's the sad thing,
But yeah,
Okay.
he'll shed a few tears tonight.
Aw. I'm looking at the liminal blink, box at the bottom, and it's like you're talking about the Northern Lights, and that's what it was reminding me of.
Yeah. Okay. What about Kieran?
I think before he actually closes his eyes to sleep, seeing the aurora, I think Kieran at that point would actually get flashes of his past, like where it's like broken memories a bit, before he came to Orlea itself. But he can't really make like heads or tails of what the images are, just because those memories have been locked, as he knows they've been locked.
Right. Okay. All right. So as you all there and you're, sort of there, it's a quiet night. You can hear the, sort of the bugs, chirping and the wind blowing, and it's really, really calming. And you all just sort of drift off to sleep. Very peacefully. There are no issues. Like, it's like you're far enough off the trail that you don't have to worry about like bandits or anything of that nature. And if something was to happen, the horses would warn you anyway. But for the most part, you're all able to sort of let yourselves just relax and heal up as your as your journey so far has like taken its toll on you. And you all you're there and you all drift off, and it's this beautiful sleep. You all have wonderful dreams. Nothing dark, nothing sinister. You all have wonderful dreams, and and as the night rolls on, the moon rises, and it shines this beautiful light upon the mountain. You can see the blue stone in the mountain sort of illuminates when the moonlight hits it, and then suddenly you're all stirred awake by a sound. And I'm going to let Kieran describe what that sound is.
Yeah. Real quick, before this happens, was there enough time for a long rest or short rest?
Short.
Okay. Just wondering for that part.
Yeah.
No. So, as the moon shines on our camp, Kieran's whole body is going to start getting racked with this pain as he starts grunting and yelling. As anyone who wakes up and looks will start to see his bones shift, especially his face as it contorts and takes on a more rat-like appearance. you see a tail sprout from his rear, like, and literally rips a hole in his pants on that part. And Kieran's literally yelling bloody murder from the pain.
And as he calls out in pain, it echoes across the mountain, and it just sounds horrific. And that's where we're going to stop tonight.
Oh no.
Yep.
All I could think of is you knew this was coming and you didn't warn us.
So your new character's name is going to be like Biren, right? Or something like that?
And then it's going to be like, new pet.
Oh boy.
Oh, Lord. I'm like, what? What the
Now
hell?
what?
And that's like, oh, we're having a nice evening out. But anyway. All right, so that's where we're going to end tonight. You'll have to come back next time to see what happens. So we're going to go around, let everybody, again, introduce who they are, where you can find them, who they play, or who they played, and what is everyone's character's first thoughts when they see this transformation happening. We'll go in reverse order, and we'll start with our very own Kinku Zero up there.
So, I mean, I assume that there's probably some grunting and howling happening.
Yeah.
And the first thing that Zero is going to do is wake up. And this is something probably similar to something Zero's heard before, but his first initial thought is, wait, it wasn't me this time. Because he made the wolf sound before.
That's funny. Wait, this is not me.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
You know, like when you know you've been snoring and you kind of wake yourself up, you're like, he's kind of doing that. Because he was
that
like,
me?
oh, wait. Yeah, it was that. No, it wasn't me.
No,
Exactly.
that wasn't me.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to tell everybody who you are, who you played, and where they can find you?
Greg, playing Zero, the Kinku Rogue, who is currently still stealthed away for the rest of the group, hiding under the carriage there. And you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on YouTube. Same name. Game Master Dead.
Okay. And he's also one of the co-creators of Surge, the awesome new tabletop roleplay that our show on alternating Mondays is based in. So if you're not familiar with it, come check us out next Monday, and you can become familiar with it as our All right. Let's go to Bellinor. Taryn.
Hello, everybody. I'm Taryn. I play Bellinor, your grieving paladin.
You're grieving paladin.
His initial reaction is, good God, can we catch a goddamn break? This has been the weirdest 24 hours to wake up to ever. So
Fair. Totally fair.
yeah.
Totally fair. Yeah. Okay. You want to tell them, who you, where they can find you, or
You can find me on almost all social media platforms as under Fluid Player 1004. Yeah, I ain't got much else going on other than that.
fair enough. All right. Kel or Kieran.
Hey y'all, again, I'm Kel, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King. You can find me on Twitch and TikTok under the same. You can also find me every Monday here for either Olea Origins or Windrise of Aria, depending on which week it is. You can also find me on Wednesdays for the new short shot campaign we have going on, Roguelite, where I get to play Barbarian, which is going to be pretty fun. Every other Friday, you can find me on Dinner and a Game for a Walking Dead campaign called Jazz Funeral. That would actually be this Friday. Next Friday, you can find me on my own channel for my Stargate campaign, where, there's going to be fun. as they realized last session. And all stuff you can find on my link tree, including my YouTube channel, which does have all the episodes for the Stargate campaign so far. So if you want to play catch up, just click on the link and follow. I'm also looking to get another campaign started on my channel here soon. I'm just really tied up on what system I want to run because there's so many.
Fair. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, go check out the Stargate campaign. It's a lot of fun. I'm halfway through the most recent episode, so I look forward to the rest of it. All right,
It's
Christian or Mint.
Hey everybody, Christian here, or I go by Temporary Hit Points on Insta and the Clock app, and I play Mint Orcanis, the Bloodline Paladin. I forgot. Are we supposed to be saying what their last thoughts are, or
Yeah, what their thoughts are as they see this transformation happening?
Mint, I don't think he's seen a were-rat before. He's seen a
Yeah,
lot
he
of
has.
weird stuff.
He
has?
fought one.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he
He's
fought one.
That's
Is
right.
whether y'all
No,
knew
I
they
mean
were
what
rats.
I mean to say is a were-rat like transformation. Did
Oh,
one
that's
transform?
true. You probably have never seen one transform.
And so he's kind of just observing it, and it's clicking to him. He's like the light bulb is flickering on that the rat thing that he killed a long time ago was once a humanoid that looked differently. Like he's like, oh, I see.
Oh.
But he also is not sure. He's kind of. I would say what he's probably doing is he's going to be positioning himself in front of the egg, and he will have his hand at the ready, kind of like on the hilt of his blade, but he hasn't drawn it yet because he's not sure what's happening. He likes Kieran, he doesn't want to hurt him, but he also doesn't want things to happen to the egg, so he's probably just gonna stand guard.
Okay. That makes sense. That's totally fair. All right. Lisa or Willow.
Hey, I'm Lisa, D&D Winterwolf on TikTok and Discord. I play Willow, your Ladrin Druid. You can find me every Monday night, either on Wind Riders of Aria, which is a wonderful game set in the Surge system, which if you haven't seen it or looked into it, please do. It's so fun. And then also here for Origins. Every other Friday, you can find me in Kel's Stargate campaign, which, yeah, we are having a lot of fun. And then starting, we've had our session 0 for a new game called the Liminal Blink that Taryn and I will be in. And we haven't set our first session yet. Stay tuned to Halfling Wizards channel for updates on that. We were trying to figure out what days we were going to do it, and we haven't really come to a consensus on that yet, but it will be posted and updated in Halfling Wizards channel. Willow is thinking all these visions, and I didn't get to see that coming. What the hell? Yeah.
That's funny. All right. And Nick.
Hey everybody, I'm Nick. I go by Professor Hexagon on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram now, and YouTube. You can find me on Kellen's game every other Friday with the Stargate campaign. I play a Viking scientist. It's a lot of fun. He's a big goofball. He's been called a 6'4" man-child, which just fun to play.
He has the best character. It's so cool.
Appreciate that. Varrok, I think, is in such like the day and a half that he's had so far of all the battles and everything he's been in. He's already on his way, half awake, to go stomp Kieran, thinking he's a new threat. Not even registering that it's Kieran. He's just think like laying down. He just up and he's already walking towards him. Just go start stomping him.
Fair enough. I love that. Immediately, it's like, Let's just beat his ass.
Yeah.
You know,
I would say thanks, buddy.
let's just whoop his butt right now. Let's just do it.
Yeah, that was. I just realized I forgot to answer the question though. For Kieran right now, it's just like, oh God, why am I hurting?
Oh God, why am I hurting? Ow, ow, cramp.
It's like a supercharger.
It's a bone
Charlie horse. All right, and of course, I am Will, Halfling Wizard, the person behind the curtain. And yeah, so make sure you come back again in 2 weeks and see what happens when Kieran fully transforms into a were rat and what the party has to do to fend him off. And yeah, make sure you check on alternating Mondays. You can come see us at Wind Riders of Aria. We're really cool. This next Monday, we are starting the official chapter 1 of the campaign. We just finished our prologue, and we're going to go into our very first chapter. And it's super cool, super great. They're gonna see all kinds of cool things. And of course, that is in the Surge TTRPG platform, which is a super fun, easy to use platform that's really role play centric, which is fantastic, and I love that. So come and check us out there next Monday, same channel, same time. Also, remember we are raising money for Rainbow Railroad all through the month of June. So if you can give, please do. It helps LGBTQ plus folks get out of countries that are oppressive and extremely dangerous to them. It helps them get out to safer places. Of course, if you want to support us, you can always follow us here on Twitch. You can also, in the Twitch channel down below, you'll find the links to all of our links, our Twitter and all of them. Give us a follow. You can also check out the archive, which is all of our VODs for both Origins and Wind Riders, as well as now the Codex, our Codex one-shot series. And Liminal Blink will be which is our newest campaign, our full-length campaign. It will be established soon. We will be establishing its day and time. And so be on the lookout for that. They had their session 0, so go check it out on the VODs. And then, of course, we have another couple of one-shots coming soon. So if you're not a member of our Discord, go check out the Discord and check out the one-shot area, the Codex area for the one-shots. We have a couple of fun ones coming up. And those are, for the most part, those are just one-shots. They're not short shots. Right now we have Roguelite, which is a short shot. But these are actually one shots. They'll be one night and that's it. And they're super fun. They're super silly. One's in Surge, the Surge platform. One is in D&D 5e based platform. So there's something there for everybody. So if you've watched Wind Riders of Aria and thought, ooh, what a great platform, come play in a one shot. I think there's 4 slots left in that one, maybe, or 3. I can't remember. But come and do that. So yeah. But until next time, just keep yourselves out there, keep yourselves safe, stay out of the heat. If you're in the South like we are, well, like I am, and Lisa is, and Christian is, and so is Kel. He's in North Carolina, or one of those Carolinas over there.
Yeah, where thankfully my AC got fixed today.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
I'm so
man,
happy.
yeah.
I'm so happy for you. Thank God, because I can't even imagine being here without an AC.
Where are the rest of y'all from?
I'll say my house was 90 degrees every day.
Where are you at? Are you in
I'm
Michigan?
up in Michigan. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in Ohio. And actually, Wednesday we had higher temperatures than Texas.
I'm
Wow.
also in Ohio, and I agree.
Well, of course, you're not used to that heat either. But
No.
here it's like, oh, okay. Nick, you're from Michigan?
Yep.
I didn't know that. Oh, wow, cool. What part?
Well, I'm currently in Vesterberg. It's like right here.
Oh, very cool. I
Small
lived in the UP.
Ah, you're a Youper.
I was a Youper, and you were a
Oh.
troll.
I'm definitely a troll. Yeah,
I was near Lansing for like 20 years.
that's awesome.
I lived in Marquette.
That's a good area. Marquette's a beautiful area.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. But yeah, anyway, sorry. I didn't realize you were from Michigan. That's awesome. And you notice what he was doing there. That's
That's
Michigan
we all
right
have
there.
our own map.
Yeah. Technically, if you do this, you can create all of Michigan. Anyway,
This is water. This is water. This is water.
yeah. So anyway, guys, for those of you who are still here, stick around. We're gonna raid another creator to support them as well as they support us with raids. So it was great having you all here. Make sure you come back and see us next time, and then come back in 2 weeks to see what happens when the were-rat gets loose in the camp. And until then, we'll see you all then. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for this Halfling Wizard production. Make sure to come back again soon to see what happens next, right here where adventure comes to life.